It is Kenny from Kenny's Audiophile Record Reviews. Thank you for viewing my channel as always. I really appreciate it. In this video, I'm going to reveal what I think is the best, or at least my favorite anyway, Miles Davis album. Oh, for this video, got on a nice cool Miles Davis t-shirt. But we have to keep in mind that these opinions are not quantitative, they're not exact, they're not scientific, they're just personal opinions. We're not trying to solve a complex equation. We're not trying to send man to the moon. Those ventures need an exact answer. Those ventures need a mandate. This is not. This is just purely subjective, and all opinions may vary. I'm sure you'll leave yours in the comment section below. But this is something where there's no right or wrong answer, just my personal opinion based on my personal taste. Now, I hope this t-shirt does not reveal a clue in terms of what I think is the best, but you have to watch till the end and see. That being said, I don't have a lot of Miles Davis, his works, but I have enough to form an opinion. I have all of his Columbia albums in digital format on my Sony. Hold on a second. This is a Sony HAT Z1ES HDD player, high-res player. I have them all in digital format, and I have a few of his albums which I will show you. But he's had a great and illustrious career, as you know, from relaxing with Miles Davis, working with Miles Davis Quintet, on through something late or later, like this one right here. So he's had an amazing career. He really has. One that should be honored and celebrated. He's my favorite jazz musician of all time. But I'm gonna get into a few of what I have, and then what I did was I narrowed it down to my four favorite, and then from the four I picked a favorite. So, like I said, I'll get to that at the end of the video, but I'll show you as quick as I can what I have. This one's called "Get Up With It." This Miles Davis record. It's called "Get Up With It." This one, as we all know, Relaxing with the Miles Davis Quintet. This was issued on Craft Recordings this year. Reissued, I should say. We Want Miles. I love this one. I think I bought this when I was in my 20s or something like that. We Want Miles. Porgy and Bess. Another good one. Round About Midnight. I think this one's a reissue. Miles Davis, Circle in the Round. Milestones. Now, one of my favorite, perhaps my favorite Miles Davis song is on this record. It's called Miles. I think that very well could be my favorite Miles Davis song. There's a reissue of In a Silent Way, one of his first fusion ventures. Sketches of Spain. This is one of my favorites as well. Nice record. Miles and Monk. Blue Moods. Live Miles Davis at Carnegie Hall. Oh, this is a great one here. Miles Smiles. I love Tony Williams' drum performances on this one. Miles Smiles. Miles in Europe. Miles plus 19. Put that over the side for a second. Bags Groove. I think I showed you this already. I guess it's a second copy of Milestones. Birth of the Cool. This is a copy of Miles plus 19, and I read somewhere he didn't like this cover. He didn't like this cover at all, and so I believe they switched to this one. It's the same record. Miles in the Sky. Sorry if I'm repeating some of these, because I do have some duplicates. Big Fun. The Sorcerer Cicely Tyson on the cover. Quiet Nights with Gil Evans. Tutu. In Person at the Black Hawk in San Francisco. This is a CD set of the same performance. Miles Davis at the Fillmore. I think I showed this, but if I did, I'll show it again. Porgy and Bess. This is a foreign copy of Sketches of Spain. It's another copy of it. Best-selling jazz record of all time. Kind of Blue. Miles at Carnegie Hall. I think I showed Porgy and Bess. If not, I'll just show it again. The same with Around About Midnight. Siesta. The Man with the Horn. Another copy of Miles Davis at Carnegie Hall. This is called Basic Miles. Classic Performances of Miles Davis. Miles Davis in Concert. Miles Davis Greatest Hits. And another copy of the Birth of the Cool. Things that are reissue. I have several of his albums on CD. Here's just a small sample. This is Sketches of Spain. This is Sony Legacy Edition. This one is In a Silent Way, the Complete Sessions. This is a very nice 3 CD box set with a very nice booklet, which I highly recommend. This one is Miles Davis, The Cellar Door Sessions CD box set. And Bitches Brew, one of the best ever. This is the Complete Sessions box set. And it's a beautiful cover. And I have various editions of his Super Audio CDs. This one's at the Fillmore, the Sony release. In a Silent Way. This is a Sony release. Miles Smiles in SACD. That's a Sony release. Now these are MoFi, Mobile Fidelity, Super Audio CDs. This one's Miles in the Sky. Miles Smiles. Porgy and Bess. Nefertiti. The Sorcerer. And ESP. Now, like I said, I narrowed it down to 4 records that I think are the best. And like I said, this is very subjective. And it's just a matter of personal opinion. I know your opinions will vary, so please, like I said, leave your comments in the comment section below. But one of them that I love so much is In a Silent Way. I have this on LP2 as well. And this is one of his first fusion ventures. Excuse me if I look down at my notes, but this is one of his first fusion ventures, and he does it fabulously because it's not really, how Bitches Brew is somewhat dominant on the electronic side. This is very light, but it's done with great taste, I believe. This features Chick Corea on piano, electric piano, Dak Dijonette on drums, Dave Holland bass, Wayne Shorter saxophone, obviously Miles Davis trumpet. Also contributors on this are Joe Zawinul, Herbie Hancock, and Tony Williams. Sketches, that's In a Silent Way, I'm sorry. And that made my top 4. So In a Silent Way is in my top 4. Another one that's in my top 4, and one of my favorite ever, is Sketches of Spain. a collaboration with Gil Evans, the composer arranger. This combines like, you know, Spanish music, classical music, and big band jazz. This is one of my favorite Miles Davis albums ever. It's just a joy to listen to. I love that one. I love that one to death. Now, the next one is obvious, and that is, you guessed it, Kind of Blue. Now this one, I'm going to talk about this for a second, and I'm going to make a statement about this band. I think you can make a case that this is the best band ever assembled, regardless of genre. I mean, I can't think of too many bands that rival this in terms of talent. I mean, listen to this. Miles Davis, trumpet, Cannonball Adderley, alto sax, John Coltrane, tenor sax, Bill Evans, piano, Paul Chambers, bass, Jimmy Cobb, drums, and Wendy Kelly appeared on Freddie Freeloader. You can make a case that's the best band ever assembled. I cannot think of a band that rivals that in terms of talent. I think the only band that immediately comes to mind is maybe a band like, you know, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young or something like that. But if I was in a debate class and I had to debate somebody like in high school or college back in the day, and the topic was, hey, what is the best band of all time? I'd roll in there with that band, and I think I would have a good chance of winning. That's one of the best bands of all time, hands down. In a silent, I mean, Kind of Blue was modal jazz at its best. From the beginning cut to, what's that song? I think it's called Blue and Green by Bill Evans. From the beginning to that song, it's a masterpiece. Each song in itself is a masterpiece. So those of you who think that's the best Miles Davis album, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's a fabulous one. So another one is Bitches Brew. Now, Bitches Brew also has an awesome lineup. It really does. I mean, Miles Davis, Wayne Shorter, Lenny White, Benny Maupin, Chick Corea, Jim Riley. You know, I mean, it goes on. Dave Holland, you know, Charles Alias, John McLaughlin. I mean, he had like, this was a very ambitious attempt on Miles Davis' part. He had like 2 electric guitars, I believe, 2 drum sets, probably 2 keyboards. Joe Zawinul, I believe, was on this as well. And it is the perfect blend, in my opinion, between rock and jazz. You know, I mean, I can't say enough about that particular album. But all that being said, this is my favorite Miles Davis album. It's the one I can listen to with very little fatigue factor. It's the one that, you know, gets me pumped up and enthused about the music. You know, it's a satisfying listen to me in every regard musically. I love the musicians and the musicianship on that record. It is hands down my favorite Miles Davis record. And that crown goes to Bitches Brew, the greatest Miles Davis record, in my opinion, ever made. It is a perfect blend between rock and jazz. It's not like I'm a big rock fan, okay? But man, that album does it for me. I just can't get to, I don't have the words to describe it sometimes. It's that great. That's the best for me. What's yours? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Thank you very much for viewing my video. God bless, love, peace to all.